Hello and welcome to my October reset video. This is my second video, my first being a September reset, which means I have been consistently creating videos here on YouTube for an entire month. I have been thrilled that I have kept the consistency going because consistency is not my strong point. And I'm even more delighted that I have managed to do 2 videos per week for the last fortnight. My name is Helen. I'm a writer writing a non-fiction book proposal about creativity and confidence, and I write similar topics plus deeper background about my writing journey, my online writing journey, on my Substack, The Red Fern, which you can find at helenredfern.substack.com. In this video, I will be talking about my writing and creative projects for the month ahead, whilst also acknowledging what I've achieved in the month just gone by, which was September. My end goal is to be published and to make an income and a career out of my writing and creativity. Each month I work on 3 projects: my book proposal that I'm hoping to be traditionally published, although I'm not averse to going down the independent route. I have my Substack where I have free and paid subscribers, which are very gently growing, and then my YouTube here, which is also a platform that I would like to grow. Each month I break my goals and projects down so I know exactly what I'm doing every week. In the past, I've not done any planning and would waste so much time, so much so that by the end of the day, I'd be wondering where all the time went and I'd be cross with myself because I had nothing to show for it. Planning ahead has really helped me with my productivity, but also it has helped me see massive, huge creative challenges as smaller steps, which helps with fear and lack of confidence. The more smaller steps I take, the more the momentum builds and the more my confidence grows. Deciding on what my projects are has taken me a long time, but in September's Plan With Me last month, I explain why I've chosen the 3 projects I have. It was 4, it's now 3. It's important that I have goals and clear projects and I know what is coming up in the next few weeks. But I also think it's important to acknowledge your achievements, what has come before. Otherwise it feels like you're constantly on a hamster wheel and never actually go anywhere. These videos actually help me see the progress and help me plan what I would like to do next. So, how have I got on during the month of September? Well, unlike my reset last month, I've had no major revelations this month, but I am very much benefiting from the reduced creative workload. If you saw my last planning video, I decided to take masterclasses, courses and productivity sessions off my plan that had gone on there from my brainstorming and to concentrate on my book, my Substack, my YouTube and Medium. Although I quickly realised that taking on Medium as well as YouTube in the same month, I was coming back to both of these platforms, was just too much. So I pushed Medium to one side, and which actually helped me increase my video output. It's no secret that I would like to grow my channel here on YouTube, but after doing some research, I realised 1 video a week just wasn't going to be enough. 2 videos might not happen every week, but if I can do 2, I will. So let me grab my post-it task sheet, which is just there behind me, and talk you through what I've achieved during September, what's been pushed to next month, October, and what I have completely discarded. Now, this is my post-it task list from the month of September. I've not done anything to it. I've literally just taken it down off my board behind me at my desk. I believe I said in last month's Plan With Me video that if I still had a lot of these yellow post-its left on my task sheet, then I've not been working on my book hard enough. However, I have been working on my book. I estimated everything that I needed to do to finish off my non-fiction book proposal before the end of the month. And I wrote them all down on these yellow stickers, all these tasks that I needed to do. But there was one particular task that just took up one post-it that has taken me 2 weeks to do. 2 weeks. But I've done it, and moving that, I've literally just moved that post-it into my planning journal, and it felt really, really good. But I will talk to you about that when I open up my planning journal. Essentially, I have worked on my book proposal almost every working Monday to Friday. I've pretty much worked on that, on my book proposal, nearly every day, maybe 4 days out of the 5 every week. So I will talk more on that in a little while. Next we have 3 post-its left for my Substack. I think actually there might be another couple in my planning journal. I've got my Dear Helen column, Writing Doesn't Look Like Writing, and a bonus one. Well, we can take the bonus one off because writing doesn't always look like writing. This is an idea I had, but then I actually swapped it for another one. But this was actually a bonus one. And the Dear Helen column, I think I'm going to give up on that. I don't think that is something that I am going to continue with. So very quietly, we shall just not talk about that anymore. We've still got a day and a half left to go. I've done 7 pieces on my Substack for the month of September, and I'm hoping to do an 8th tomorrow. On YouTube, I have got 2 post-its left. Romanticising My Writing Life and Autumnal Inspired Stationery Haul. I've decided not to do that one because I am having a month where I'm trying not to spend much. So there's no point doing a haul, which means I've got to fork out money if I'm trying not to spend much. So that is why that one is still on the sheet, and I'm not pushing it into October. I'm just not going to do that. Romanticising My Writing Life, I actually did another one in this one's place. So I was going to do that, and then I had a really bad morning and decided just to open up my new notebook instead. And so I started my new notebook, and I decided to record that for a video. So I just swapped those over. This one will be pushed into October. And then here we have Medium, and I am not going to worry about Medium. So that is, again, that is not going to get pushed into October. I have just decided for October, and maybe even November, I'm not going to worry about Medium. In fact, just before I started filming this, I decided to cancel my Medium subscription. So that is official. So if we swap my September task sheet and bring in my planning journal, I will show you everything that I have achieved during the month of September. And here are all the post-its, which means I have taken them off the sheet, put them in my planning journal, and I put them here on the week that I'm actually working on, so I know I'm working on them that week. And then when I have completed them, I put them in the September completed section. So here we have, these are all the book tasks that I got done, and it was things like edit chapter 1, chapter 2, and finish chapter 3. I've got 3 chapters that are going out at the back of the proposal as part of my writing sample. And then this is the one, I've ripped it, this is the one that has taken me 2 weeks to do. So these took me 2 weeks, and then this took me just one post-it took me 2 weeks to do. Make sure chapter examples match the chapter summaries. Now I'm going to show you now what 2 weeks of matching chapter examples with chapter summaries looks like. I expanded that task because I've got 30 chapters in the proposal, 30 proposed chapters for my non-fiction book. And as I was editing and writing I was writing chapter 3 and editing chapters 1 and 2, and I was thinking, well, does this appear later on in the book, or is this just part of the introduction? Or basically I had so many questions because I couldn't remember everything that I had planned out in the book. So I decided to go through every single chapter and everything I had summarised for each chapter, and to summarise each one on a post-it and to see if it all made sense. So that's what I did. Now I'm going to show you the result of that. I might have to blur it out when I come to the edit, but I think you'll understand that why I am blurring some of it out. This is 2 weeks of going through each chapter and making sure contents page correlates with the chapters summaries themselves. I've made suggestions with the pink post-its that I think I should incorporate, and it was such a good project to do. It was a project within a project. So I've got sheet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that then has brought up new tasks that I then now need to do, and I need to take that into account when I come up with my new post-it tasks for the month of October. Even though I've not got as much done post-it wise as I wanted to get done, I have actually done a lot. I'm thrilled with that. The blue ones are all my Substacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 completed ones, including the podcast that I do at the beginning of the month with Claire, my monthly summary. I did an article about Arnold Schwarzenegger inspiring me. I did a Substack essay on the book of the month, which was The Success Myth by Emma Gannon this month. I did 2 articles behind a paywall, and the first one was about earning an income online, and then the second one was the journey of a book proposal. And then I wrote a small essay called Wanting to be Read but Not Seen, which came about just from my journaling. And then I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 YouTube videos, which I'm absolutely delighted about because I was only intending to do 4, and that has turned into 6. Hopefully next month it will turn into 8, and it does have an impact, and I will be talking more about this in my earning an income online piece that I will do in my Substack in a couple of weeks, and I will address what's happened since I've gone to 2 a week and how it's affected my income, etc. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. I will say, because I've increased the amount of horizontal long form videos that I've been doing, I haven't been able to, just creatively wise with my headspace, I haven't been able to do as many vertical ones on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, etc. So there has been a cost, and those videos, although they don't make me money, the vertical ones, they make me about a pence, they are very good at attracting a bigger audience. So there is a trade-off. I'm not able to do everything, and this is something that I'm starting to realise. Now, before I start planning out what I want to achieve for the month of October, I have got 3 post-its here that I haven't done yet. Obviously, this Plan With Me video is the video that I'm recording now, but this will go out on October the 1st, so it's not a September one. But I am recording it in September, but as soon as I've finished recording that, that can go into the done section in my journal. And then I've got 2 Substack items that I still wanted to do, and one of them is an article on Yellowface, the novel, and the other is the introduction to October's book of the month. I have started the Yellowface one. I haven't started writing it, I've started researching it, and I think I've chosen the October book of the month, and that will go out, that will have to go out tomorrow. So this one is the priority, so this one will get pushed back into October. This is what I give myself on a weekly basis to do, and as I go through, I was noticing none of my medium stuff was being ticked off. So, well, that one was, but that was very early on. So that is what made me realise I'm just not getting round to it. I'm just not having the time to do it. And sometimes I just give myself too much to do in a week. And this week, when I realised I was getting a little bit anxious, I decided to give myself some grace and to take a step back a little bit, just to chill out a little bit. What I do now is to take all the data from what I've achieved in my planning journal and what's left on here. Some of these are just going to be literally put onto my October one. But before I do another post-it task sheet for October, I'm just going to have a little bit of a brainstorm just to see what sort of things I would like to get done over the next month. It's things like what sort of videos I want to do, what Substack articles I would like to write, and what I would like to achieve on my book. And I find if I can name these things beforehand, it really helps, because half of the battle is knowing what I'm doing next. So I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I have a little think about all these things. I thought I'd just pop on with a caveat here. I don't expect to get all of this done in 1 month, but I'm simply adding everything that I need to do to get this proposal finished so that I know everything that I need to do to get it finished. If I can get it done in a month, that is wonderful. I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm only going to be able to do these top ones, but we'll give it a good go. And it might be that some things don't take as long as others. But yeah, I want it all there. I don't want it hidden. I don't want it out of sight. I want to be able to see everything that I need to do in order to get this proposal done. Okay, there we have it. Here are all my tasks for the month of October. It seems fairly achievable. I think in the past, the tasks in this column were just too huge and they just felt overwhelming and really daunting. But now they don't feel as big. So it allows me to do these other columns as well. Anyway, we just need to write a few extras, do a bit of colouring, and then it can go back up on the wall. And there we have it, a new sheet for the month ahead. Always a good feeling.